Start the recording. Start the recording. Giddy aunt. I'm not even set up. I haven't even set up my recording setup yet. For crying out loud. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Machanica. This is an early access thingamajig. It's apparently sci-fi. It looked quite cool. It has an interesting art style, and this is the least professional thing I've ever done, including the first video I ever did. Sorry. Wow, that's cool. A great big satellite dish. For the transmissions and receptions of many radio stations with too many irritating adverts for car insurance. That's all they ever seem to advertise on the radio stations I occasionally listen to. Is that some sort of military installation in the background? The Fallen Land, January 5th, 3002, above the underground city of Taran. Underground city, you say? Okay. No, I don't want to skip it, I just want to move the story along. Just in case it's one of these things that waits for you to click before it does. Sorry. It's always tricky to know. It's odd because it's not in a perfect 16:9, though that black line at the bottom and the top is not there because of anything I'm doing. It's just naturally there, so I'm not entirely sure what aspect ratio this is. Oh! Pussycat! It's alright, Bib. Still love you. I'm just excited about this pussycat. Still love you, though. Okay, so this is what, 918 years into the future? No, 972 years into the future. I don't know. Long time. Till death falls upon them. So it looks like some not good stuff has been happening here. Is that a forest? Is that a forest or a city? Either's kind of scary. Annihilation Scrub. Warning, all those who oppose the Terror Corp enforcement will be contained and exterminated if need be. A curfew shall be imposed upon the citizens of Taran. Left click on the blue circle to activate it. What circle? I'm not seeing one at all. What, that thing? We'll come back to that in a minute. A curfew shall be imposed upon the citizens of Tana starting tomorrow. Anyone found outside during the hours of 8 PM till 9 PM will be thought to be terrorists and will be dealt with as such. This? Asher. Can we change it to Ashen? Tag markers can be found in various locations. Okay, so I'm a graffitiing person. That's an interesting design. Okay, so we're in some sort of, well, presumably some futuristic sci-fi world, but we've moved underground, I don't know, because of climate change or something. Is this the same message? Yes. We've moved underground and there's a government that's not very pleased with us. What does this say? I think this is the same thing, but all the letters are jumbled up. Yes, and as I said, this is an early access. This is a... what does that say? Till death falls upon their weary souls, the days of peace shall be covered by the ashes of a fallen rebellion. Yes, this is a 0.06 version, so this is very early access at the minute, but oh, I don't know what that is. Someone on the other side of the door trying to get through. Okay, did I miss any tag markers or not? But appear I am a graffitiing individual, and it's my job to go around graffitiizing the place. That was a Terror Corps enforcement officer. Avoid them at all costs. Can I crouch? Yes, I can. Okay. Okay, so that was a police person. They're going to arrest me and spank me if they find me out past curfew. Okay. But I'm out doing my graffitiing because I am a naughty boy. Okay, can I open this? I see through here? Okay, I don't think I can go through there. Okay, well that's the way that the officer went, so let's go the other way in the hopes that we don't bump into them. What's that? Hello! Hello, pussycat. Hi, friend. I'm no one important. It's snowing? What? I thought we were underground. Why are we on the surface? Okay, is there anything of consequence here? Anything I need to pick up? Some big cables. No, I'm not seeing any equipment or anything. Hi, friend. Press R to find the general area of an objective. Oh, okay. Is that what that is? So it kind of lets off like a little flare? A bit nervous of him. I don't know how their sort of spotting mechanics work, whether it's sort of line of sight or noise or sort of speed of movement or what it is exactly. But this is a bit wild. This is a bit freaky. Curious to know more of the story of this world. Generators, some industrial machinery, train yards. Yeah, we are on the surface. I think anyway. Yes, we are. Yeah, we're definitely on the surface. Okay. Press Q to open your quest list. Okay. Remember the keys we discussed. We all wish to see you leave with us. Please make it outside Asher. The keys: backpack, map, key card, red cloud, clothing question mark, green smoke, woods, street side, building. Okay, I'm not quite sure what any of that means. Is this a map? Either that or a picture of some sort of slimy thing trying to eat a avocado. I'm not sure. What's this? Okay, can I? There we are. Interact with the gate switch between the shed. What? What, this thing? Oh, that must be the red light. Oh no, that's a red cloud. What? You can now go and escape from this world. Okay, that's fantastic. But I'm a little bit confused. I don't feel like I've got any of the things that I need to have by this point. And I feel like it's a trap going over there, so I'm going to run over here instead. Okay. Oh, hello. Hello. Can I say hello? Ugh. Please don't leave me alive. Oh man, alive. Oh my giddy aunt, that scared me. Giddy aunt. Okay. Okay. Curiosity killed the graffiti artist. Sheesh. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, I've got to start right at the beginning? Okay, fine. Give me a minute and I will... I'll get back into this. Okay. What if... this time... Oh, sorry, that one rattled me a bit. What if this time we go that way after the soldier and we see what's down this way? I'm also curious to see what would happen if they did see me, whether they'd shoot me or what precisely. Can I go in here? Uh-oh. I don't think that was a good noise. I don't think I'm allowed out there. Okay then, so I best go this way then. So it seems like the start of this is setting you up for hello pussycat. Mwah, love you to pieces. It seems like it's setting you up for quite a bit, and I don't know how long this sort of pre-alpha demo thingamajig is. Hopefully it's got a good bit in it, because this seems like it has a lot of potential. It seems like it has a lot to show, a lot to say for itself, a lot that it can do, and a lot of spooky things it can show off if it has the opportunity to. So I'm hoping we get that opportunity today. Excuse me, I do apologise. Okay, so what's this? Is this the backpack that I need? Yes. Okay. So if I just run for it this time, now go and escape from this world, yeah. So if I just slip through here, I'm not seeing anyone to obstruct my progress. This is gorgeous though. It's an interesting balance because you don't often get this number of polys. Oh, hello. Oh, line of sight. Okay, I can deal with line of sight. Because things usually end up being very, very low res and very pixelated and blocky, or things like to go for a sort of full HD thing. This is going for a sort of in-between ground, which I haven't seen in a very long time. So there's a hippie bus, big old tank, police cars. It's music. I don't know if it was a war that killed these things or just a massive snowstorm. Or possibly the snow was just built up over time. Maybe it's a nuclear winter? But if there were tanks here, why were there civilian cars and buses and police cars here? What are they doing here? They wouldn't be in a war zone. If there wasn't a war zone, why were there tanks here? Turn that down a little bit. Wow, this is gorgeous. I think I'm not an environmental expert, but I think a nuclear winter is caused by the nuclear weapons basically burning off the atmosphere, preventing any heat from being able to be contained within the atmosphere. The survivors. Nice pizza oven, always nice to see one of them. Wow. This is crazy. This is gorgeous. This is genuinely really pretty. It's just so serene, but at the same time, it's serene because humanity presumably has been devastated, destroyed, probably by ourselves. Look at this. What is this? Are these skyscrapers? I am genuinely awestruck by this. What is this? These designs are incredible. Wow. I don't know, has the surface level risen over time? Or has there just been so much snow that it's just compacted into a massive layer of ice and raised the ground level that way? This is incredible. Another thing I did think it might possibly, it reminds me slightly of the design of a ship, but I don't think we could possibly be on top of a like a frozen ice lake or something. Frozen ice? Whew. That was dumb, wasn't it? But you know what I mean. So I'm guessing these must be buildings, right? A gun. How am I going to reach it? Not by jumping off down there is the answer to that question. Okay, let me go back down and go up the other side and see if I can have any greater success at obtaining this weapon. I don't know what I'd need it for. Oh no, hang on, I should be able to get up. I should be able to go up this bit here. Here we go. Okay, I'm not entirely sure. I'm not convinced I'm supposed to be doing this. Oops, I've just got myself slightly stuck. Let me go up sort of this part if I can. See if I can see any way to reach that. I don't think so. This doesn't strike me as a game that wants to focus on being a shooter or being combat oriented. But no, uh-oh, I've got myself stuck. Uh-oh, I've broken the game. We will ignore the fact that I just managed to get myself stuck and horribly killed. Hi, friend. Okay, good, he's gone here. We'll ignore the fact that I managed to get myself stuck to the point where I had to restart. Hello, pussycat. Mwah. Love you to pieces. Especially your little socks. Okay, we'll ignore that and we will carry on. Yeah, I don't think he's active. I don't think he's aggressive. That other bloke with the big red circle over his face probably was. So my objective is probably to get all of these. The backpack, the map, the keycard, the cloud, and some clothing. I don't know what the rest of these things indicate. But we'll see what we can find. There is something so beautiful about this. It's a beautiful moulding of simplistic and yet really nicely defined and nicely designed art. It makes me feel like I'm not walking through a video. I know I'm walking through a video game, but it also feels like I'm not. It feels more like I'm walking through a painting or some gorgeous piece of artwork. It's insane. Okay, let's go this way around. So they did say something about woods, didn't they? Yeah, in this second little list down here with the green spot, they talk about a woods. So maybe this is the woods they're referring to? Maybe these are the locations of things that will help me? What button was it? Was it R? Okay, there's something over there. I think that is the gun. It doesn't say anything about a weapon, but I don't know. Let me go over this one and see if we can figure out what this is. I might have missed something. It might not be the gun. It might be something else. What is this? It's just a spire sticking out of the ground. There's something under here. Scared to think what though. Okay, so the green smoke doesn't appear if you get too close. Is that it? Is that my objective? Oh, is this a map? Is this my thing? Aha. The map. Okay, can I drive this? But I want the car. I want the cool looking buggy car. Okay, never mind that I can't drive the really, really cool looking car. Let's head back over here into the woods and see where the rest of our objectives are. Okay, never mind the fact that I can't drive the car. That'd be really cool. Maybe you can drive the car in a later version. Hope for the best. Okay, let's explore these woods and then see what we can find. So, if this game can impress me with its open spaces, I'd love to see what it does with it. Oh, bunny rabbit! Oh, look at the little bunny. Hello. Oh, you're so small. You're like a little albino bunny rabbit. I love you so much. Uh-oh, the bad guy's over there. installation. Is this the thing we're looking for? Yes, I think it is. Okie dokie. Hopefully there won't be any more offices in there. I don't know. No, this looks abandoned. This doesn't look as if it's in current use. I have to remind myself of my allegiance to mischief. A keycard. Basic access, it says. Very good. A book? What does that say? Something fry. What does that say? Oh, it's upside down. One moment. Adventures of the Men O' Night, says. Okay, that's a bit of an odd title for a book, but never mind. Uh-oh, there's more of them. I probably shouldn't be hanging around here to read books. I should probably be checking to see if there's anything else here of interest and value, and getting out of here before somebody catches me. Uh-oh. There's quite a few more of them than I thought there was going to be. I want to investigate this place more, but I don't think I have the opportunity to do that. Okay, where's my next objective? There it is. Okay, right. Let's go over this way. I'll take a slightly longer route. We'll go in a sort of a triangle motion, and we'll try to avoid the worst of the officers. Try to dodge most of them if we can. It's these Christmas tree shaped things. It's very easy to mistake them for a person. Wow, this is gorgeous. This is really lovely. And I know it's a tiny thing, and some people might criticize me for saying this, but the movement on the trees is very nice. Because it's slightly asymmetric between the trees. It's not always exactly the same. Which is nice, because an awful lot of games just have one movement animation for the branches of trees in the wind, and then they just leave it at that and have every tree moving in the exact same way at the same time. It looks as if they're sort of moving in unison, which isn't really very nice, but it's a lovely bit of detail that they move independently, slightly. There's probably, just like, I don't know, 6 or 7 different animations, and then they just distribute them so they're roughly equally spaced. But this is nice. What's this? A dynamite? Red cloud? What is this, a gas bomb? I think that if you find them, fellow traveller, then I shall tell you of the way I survived. Okay, what's my objective now? Where am I going? Oh, I'm not seeing any more green smoke. I'm still looking for some clothing. Street side building. Right, street side building might be one phrase, which might describe the building we found the keycard in, because that was a building next to a street. At least I think it was near a street. To get into a sort of a clearing so that I can see the green smoke more easily, if there is more to be seen. What's this? A little woodland shack? A defensive position? Picture. That's another thing I like. It's not just an empty wasteland. They've peppered it with interesting little nooks and crannies that are different and show a real interest in making this world something meaningful. This is gorgeous. I don't know where I'm going, but to be honest with you, I'm just content to just waltz around this place. Now that looks of interest. A post-apocalyptic wasteland is not an infrequent design for a game. Fallout being the most obvious example, of course. But the thing about the wasteland in Fallout is it it's still very human in the sense that there are survivors, there are dangers. Some clothes. I'll have those. Follow the green beacon. Where's that? Up the road, I assume? Yes, towards the big satellite. Okay. It seems very human, you know. It seems that humanity has been changed and lessened, but the core of humanity is still the same. The basic bestial instincts for survival and competition have remained the same. This is different. This is like humanity is gone. Humanity has been decimated. Humanity has been ripped to absolute shreds by itself, and nature has taken over. And it's slowly eroding any evidence that humanity may have ever existed. I don't know, there's just a very gorgeous sense to that for some reason. I don't know why. Something very different and exciting. Like, as much as I know there are underground cities, or at least one underground city that's quite possibly full of people, and there are these officers wandering around. And I know humanity still exists, but you can stand out there, find the transport leading to the power plant, and for a moment you can convince yourself that you're the only human left alive. And there's a certain serenity to that that's really, really nice. And the fact that that can be translated through a medium of red cloud, this. Okay. Find a way to the control tower. Not via this elevator, presumably. Okay, if you insist. The fact that that can be translated in the imagery and the sound design and the world design that they've got here is a testimony. A real testimony. Oh, here we go. Okay, I suppose I'm going up to the power plant now. Oh, wow. Yeah, I think my nuclear idea is getting slightly strengthened here. I don't know why, possibly just because it's green and uranium is green, at least stereotypically it is. Man, is that the shield generator from Hoth? Is that where we are? Are we not on Earth at all? Am I completely wrong? There was never any kind of apocalypse and we've just moved to a different planet and we're just living underground because it's a bit chilly upstairs? I'm always happy to be proven wrong, but I think my idea is slightly cooler. And until I've got enough evidence to prove me otherwise, I'm going to assume that I'm correct. Okay. Shouldn't really mark my entrance. Yeah, but I suppose... Oh, they've been using bleach to clean off all the graffiti, presumably. What? Exit out on the train depot. What? I don't know why I'm doing this. Am I shutting something down? Look out the window. What's gonna happen? Some purple gases escaping from the shield generator. Uh-oh. I probably should be already making my way out of here. Are these the skyscrapers that we were looking at before? Because if so, this is massive. Yes, I'm not convinced I feel safe up here. Is that just the music? Well, that's the end of that. Let's take one more look. Wow. I think we'd better get out of here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yes, I definitely better. Okay. Okay. My left and right have been reversed for some reason. What? Why have you done that to me? You're still doing that to me. Why have you done that? That's better. Okay. Okay, this suddenly got extremely, exciting. And cool. Okay, I can't get over this. Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Wow. Wow, this is... I don't have words. Uh-oh. They are not pleased with me. This is incredible. Uh-oh. Man, they are really determined to get rid of me. This wall is enormous. Uh-oh, there's an cavalry. I don't think this road is wide enough for all of us. I don't really have enough things to cover myself with. Wow. They're not following me though. They've given up. Jade, you have done something wild here. You have genuinely done something absolutely wild. This is genuinely incredible. I know I went quiet there for a long time, and I did that on purpose. I wanted to show what was going on, just to deliver it purely as the game wanted you to experience it, rather than with me getting in the way of it. This is honestly really special to me. Genuinely, really, really special to me, because this shows so much potential, and the fact that they can demonstrate all of this in a 0.06 version. Where is this going to go in the future? In a few years, when this is done, or however long it takes them, what is going to be here? I'm almost scared to comprehend it. I cannot overemphasize the design for the environments, both the external ones and the internal ones, is brilliant. It genuinely is really, really fantastic. And what also impresses me is that I have never seen a game that can do something as serene and beautiful as me walking through that meadow. I've never seen a game that could effectively convey the beauty and the serenity that I felt going across that meadow, and then also do an exciting, action-packed, cinematic bit at the end on that train when they were chasing us and they were shooting at us. I've never seen a game pull off both of them really well. Because a game can do one of them. There's loads of games that you feel that are really beautiful, and there's loads of games that are really exciting and really action-based. This is somehow done both of them in a really short, like a half-hour experience. It's done both of them. And it's done story and intrigue and mystery all in one package, and in only a 0.06. Not a 1.0, not a 1.1. In this little of what I assume will be a much bigger project, they've done that much, which impresses me so much. It really does. This is something special. I will come back to this. I will put a special note of in my brain somewhere to come back to this every hither and thither and see how it's progressing, because this is honestly fantastic. It's gorgeous, it's clever, it's mysterious, and it's exciting. And it's really good, and it's even more special to me because even though this is a very special game, this is also a special video, because this is the last video that I'll be recording here for a long time, with the exception of some explanation videos which you've probably already seen, or at least have already been published by this point. But with the exception of those, this is the last thing I will record here. And I've recorded every single video that I have ever made on every single game has been sat in this chair at this desk, and for a long time it's not going to be that way anymore. It's going to have to change, and the fact that it's ended with this, a game that is everything that I want in a game, everything that I want games to be, because games have, so I'm going to go on a little tiny rant here, so feel free to tune out if you're just here for the game, but games have a huge amount of potential as a medium of entertainment to do a lot more than just entertain and while away rainy Saturday mornings. They have the potential to be something truly incredible, something that can fill you with awe and make you excited and make you really glad that you did this. Because often you play a game and you think, oh good, I'm glad I played that game because it whiled away that boring weekend or something. But I played this and I was really glad that I made the decision to play this game for the last video that I did here, because this was a special experience. And I don't know, maybe I'm blowing it out of proportion. maybe you think I'm over-exaggerating things a little bit, but this to me is a really incredible example of what games can be and what games could be. Because I think I've talked about it before, in that when games started back in the late 70s and then moving on to the 80s and the 90s, gaming was not an industry. It was a thing that existed, but it wasn't an industry. Nobody got into the industry because they thought, we're going to make $1 billion company out of this. Nowadays, it very much is. Over the past 20 years, the gaming industry has developed out of a really weird, innovative, exciting industry into something that's very corporate. It's about targets, it's about estimates, it's about the shareholders and dividends and all of that boring corporate stuff. It's turned into that, and a certain element of special stuff has been lost. Which is why it's one of the reasons I don't play many AAA games on the channel. Not just because they're expensive and I don't have an awful lot of money to put into the channel. I'll be more than willing to admit that is one of the reasons I don't play a lot of them. But I play a lot of AAA games and I find them really boring. Because I play them and I think this was designed to meet the next quarter's profit target. It wasn't designed because anybody had a story or a picture or an emotion or anything they wanted to do. It wasn't a project. It was just a quota. And that's sad to see in so many games. And that's one of the reasons I love Subnautica, is because I play it and I feel like it was made because they wanted to make something cool and exciting and different, not because they wanted to make a load of money. And I feel exactly the same way about this. Obviously, I'm not psychic, and I can't look into the developer's head and analyse their reasons for making it. But I cannot honestly believe they made this because they thought, oh yeah, we'll make it and we'll put out an alpha and people will play it and they'll really like it because it's really pretty and exciting, and then they'll give donations and they'll support the development of the game, and then we can sell it for full price on Steam and earn loads and loads of money and become a great big international business. They made this. They probably made this because they wanted to. They wanted to explore what they could do and what they could make, and what they have made, in my opinion, is really, really special and really incredible and a wild thing that deserves to be explored and pursued and followed to see what this can produce, what this little seed that is here, what that can develop into. And I am really looking forward to watching how this game develops and continuing to explore it as it does develop and as it approaches whatever the final dream of the developer is. And I really hope that it gets there, because this is really something special and it has a huge amount of potential to be something really, really impressive. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I hope that I have effectively conveyed my feelings about this game, because I cannot compliment and praise this game enough. This game is genuinely shocking in the sense that you kind of get numb to it after a while. You play a game and you think, yeah, this is perfectly adequate, and that slowly becomes the norm, and just a perfectly adequate game becomes a good game in comparison to all of the bad ones that you play. But then you play something like this and you're reminded of how good things can get. Like a coffee shop. If there was a coffee shop on your way to work, but it wasn't a great coffee shop, but you went there regularly and you had your morning coffee there before work, and it's alright, and that becomes the norm. Alright coffee becomes the norm. But then one time on your day off, you go to the other side of the city and you go to that other coffee shop, and that really reminds you just how enjoyable that experience can be. And it's games like this that do that for me. They remind me just what games can be and what they could be. And I'm not saying every game has to be incredible, every game has to be monumental, but it's really nice when something like this comes along and you can actually really enjoy it and really experience it and be really impressed by it. And I really enjoyed that, and I've really enjoyed this game, and I'm sorry that I've probably ranted for about 10 minutes about stuff that probably nobody's interested in, but bottom line, I love this, and I cannot praise it enough. I have enjoyed this so much. I am so glad that this has been the game that we ended on here, because it's been a very special ending. So thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other, and good night.